Alright, from up top of the stairs. Then the big old 9 pines. Yeah, just about cleaned up everything for the year. Even though today it's really nice out. It is really nice. It is 20 degrees, I think, roughly. Yeah, 19, 20, something like that. Some of the colors are starting to look pretty. We still need to replace that. I mean, I was pretty much pouring paint into that just to keep it from falling apart. Give it a kiss and a promise. In the back corner, you can now see that we have things back there. Pretty. Go in, show you a couple things we've done inside. Well, we did get the light figured out. I think it was just probably a loose fuse. I put a phone up. Okay. Hang on a second, folks. I got a dog that needs your cookies. They were good outside. They want cookies now. Here you go. Watch my fingers. You too. Okay. Oh, pick it up. So, next room, kind of messy. That's a big change. That was just a light bulb on the ceiling. So we put in a light fixture. It was actually here already, so bonus. Something we didn't have to purchase. There's a couple of wall sconces that I wanted to replace because I thought they looked a little nicer, but they're not the right type. They're the kinds that need a light switch. So, there's a chair. Hello. Yeah, and I hung up my feathers. Yeah, did some dishes there. And then you guys all know about the painting I did last time. Well, I got that window up there now. Did another pretty crappy caulking job, but Aunt Hester helped keep me from going too nuts with it and ruining it too badly. Yeah. Oh, replaced the plug fixtures. There was none of them last time because I took them off to paint, and I wanted to replace them with nice newer white ones rather than that weird sort of brownie colored ones. Yeah. And then cell booster. So who's ever in the recliner here usually gets a pretty good reception. I mean, you can send some text messages out. Aunt Esther donated the bed that the girls are now falling in love with. They've never liked them at my house before, but sure, Auntie Esther gives them. They'll like it. Rotten things. Yeah. Haven't actually cooked dinner yet. We'll get around to it. But yeah. Oh, yeah, I replaced that one too. So that one's new. It's a LED 20 watt. The other one, when I went to put the second light bulb in, the plastic holder to screw the light bulb in was falling apart in my hands and crumbling onto the floor, so it needed to be replaced. And there's the wood stove that we got cooking up to, I think it was 95, 96 degrees. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, they were all watching the movie, well, Aunt Esther and Nick. And I'm like, it's getting warm in here. And they didn't seem to notice. Until I said something. My bedroom, moved the bed around a bit, and I'm much happier with it now. So, the bed's now against the same wall as that little tiny locker type closet medeal. I don't know how to make this thing back up a bit. Can we make you back up? I don't know. But anyway. Shears, so now, I mean, there's a mirror above the desk rather than above the headboard, off center and useless because you couldn't do anything with it. Yeah, got a chair here. Laundry basket, little desk. Yes, this was that questionable plug. Well, there was no plug on it. It was just some black taped wires in a hole. Fixed that up. Put a plug on it, working. Got a little lamp there. Yeah. And I replaced my light switch, so now on is on and off is off instead of the other way around. Because that was really annoying. Little things, you know, just little things. Yeah, hopefully next year I get to finish painting. But yes, and the girls are happy they're over there. So last time I hung up a curtain there. It's not perfect, but it just sort of hides the fact that there's a whole bunch of cleaning supplies, a vacuum, and crap in there. Yes, and then this wall here, there's a heater. Well, we're gonna have to put some stuff down the drain so they don't freeze and burst. I replaced those switches all today too. Yes. Because I have a fear of mice getting everything. I got some vegetables hanging there. Still got to make dinner. I think I'm going to cook some of those up and eat them. Got some snacks for the road and stuff. And the bathroom is still pretty much the same. Still having the same little flushy issues. You flush it and count to 9 and jiggle the handle so that the little plug stops making all the water run. And we got a new little light there. So now you have a little bit of a night light to go pee by. I was going to put the GFI one there because it is a bathroom. But we ran into one issue. That one was going to go here on the wall here for the hallway to be a light for the hall so that nobody tripped over that step. That one just had way too much stuff piggybacked on it. And the switch, that little guy there didn't have the option to sort of, I don't know, piggyback another set of wires, so we didn't do that. And then my sink. I need a gasket. So, I'd like a whole new vanity, but depends. Maybe I'll find something that I can replace it with. I'm cheap, so maybe Kijiji or Facebook. Didn't replace that one. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. Didn't paint that up. If you look carefully, you'll see that the caulking is also curling right up. So when that one ever does get open, it'll fall on the floor too, like the other one did last month. Another lovely switch. I haven't switched out yet. We'll get around to it. And the fridge. It did get a little bit of a bath, so thank you, Aunt Esther. Got some rust on the bottom. She gave us some spray paint, so I'm at least going to spray it so that it doesn't get any worse. Yeah. Oh, yeah, beer. As you can tell, bologna and beer. Yeah, energy drinks and butter. Aren't we living it? Stuff that needs to go downstairs still, as you can tell. This is sort of the catch-all for as we go down. Oh, is the light switch on? Yes, it is. Okay. There's a light switch up here for half the basement, and then there's one down there for the other half. So we found the full can of Texaco Super Motor Oil Detergent unopened. It's actually a painted can, not a paper, so it's kind of funky. Saved that out of the shed. And then this here was just a neat tin. I was going to possibly wipe it up a little bit, keep it. And then there was this old plywood toolbox somebody made, and it's full of stuff I don't need. We'll never need, as far as I can tell. Because it's all steel piping, mostly. Yeah, not useful. Oh, and me and Nick were discovered that we have tons and tons and tins of drywall nails. Guess what this house doesn't have a stitch of? Drywall. So it's kind of funny that there's all these damn drywall nails and there's no drywall. Well, sorry girls. If you figure out how to do stairs, you can come on down. They don't like the stairs. They don't have carpeting on them. It's definitely starting to smell a whole lot nicer down here. It's still, you know, it's a basement. So it's still creepy. Yeah, so, yeah, I went digging through here looking for something, and of course, you know me, the drawers are a little stiff, and I didn't want to give them an old heave-ho, so they're still half open. Oh, put them away. There's a hummingbird feeder and the other feeder, and the ants, put them away. And then these lovely wood hand and painted butterflies that will go up next year. There's 3 of them. They're absolutely gorgeous. And they're just as bright on the other side. Like, whoever took the time to paint these, they really took care of them. They're handmade. They are absolutely just, they're gorgeous. That's all I can say about it. They're gorgeous, and they're going to stay. A little bit of a chemical corner. Some old paint stuff that we haven't gotten rid of, and some thinner. Nick actually used some thinner. He was up on the roof. Oh, I didn't get a picture of that. He actually put the silver aluminum sealant stuff on the roof. We ran out, but we'll have to get some more and do that. Yeah, hot water tank. And that is for the hot water tank there. It's a breaker. It's kind of weird. It doesn't click or move, so you never know you got it on. There's a breaker for the pump. And the pump, I thought I'd put, there, installed July 2022, just so people know. And there's the manual. Also wrote on the side of the tank here. Just so it's new. This guy still needs to be replaced. No, haven't done it. And a very helpful thing when you're actually switching this thing and you're reefing on this poor bad boy and you can't get him to move, slide up the lock. Simple thing. Yeah, I was about ready to reef on it real good, and I'm like, oh, stupid. You know better. Yep. There's a baseboard heater. Don't know if that one works, and there's a couple more on that wall there. That's the old plywood and brick that was underneath the wood stove upstairs that had to come off. Be wet certified. The bricks are okay, but it was put onto plywood and he wasn't happy, so it had to come off. I do have a little oil heater down here. I'm going to keep it at 600 watts over the winter and see if that'll keep us really nice and dry. Got a bag of charcoal here that's absorbing stuff. Got to possibly move it around a little bit. More stuff to get off the floor. Here's where I dream of having my laundry tub. Aunt Esther gave us a laundry tub. We still have to build a base for it and get all the stuff, but there's a laundry tub. And then that's the drain for the kitchen, so visions of water and laundry tub there someday. Yeah. Then there's the old wood stove. We found some more pieces of it. Oh, by the way, it's very cold on the feet down here. But yeah, so that's a topper when I guess it's not in use. So I've got to try and clean that up, I think, and see what we can save on that. Yeah. That's the hole from the old one. So we still have to stuff that tonight with insulation, and we're going to put a board up. Got some tap cons. We'll go into the concrete, I guess, temporary. Anything to fix it. And then went through on the fuse panel, spent a good most of a day doing that. Those are all fuses that are 25 and beyond that I don't want to use because the outside of the box did say I should be using 15s. So got some more 20s there, but everything in here is 15 or 20. There's only two 20s. Can I even lift this up? Yeah, so I mean, the last time it was serviced, I think it was 1978, if I read carefully in there. But me and Nick took the time to go through here and write down everything that's going on with my fuses. So as you can see, we got a lot of the little breaker ones, and the two red ones are the only two 20 amp fuses we got in here, besides whatever that top stove guy uses. He has those long ones. Got the whole thing you pull out. Yeah, there's only two 20 amp fuses in there, so. And those guys are almost all, I like the breaker kind. But, I mean, that'll be update the panel someday. But at least we got an idea of what's going on now. Because it was pretty sketchy before. That's what they had before. So, I mean, stove, and then that was about it. So, it wasn't really working for us. And then this is, I guess, the old one. It's not even hooked up. I don't know. Maybe someday take that off. That is the chute for underneath the front of the house. You can throw wood down here. So that's kind of cool. Sounds like my neighbor might be over. He said he's going to pop by after work. Should be pretty soon. Close to having him show up. And then we just moved some of the styrofoam from in the shed in here. Didn't know. Maybe you'd want to throw it against a wall or two. Maybe around the pump. Anything to help keep it a little bit better down here. Just want to make sure we stay dry, really. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's your typical basement. Kind of creepy. Kind of cold. Yeah. What's the temperature in here? Yeah, so it's a balmy 65. Yeah. But that's about it, so I guess I'll let you go.